Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is the year in review reading for fire signs, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So that is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So as always, take whatever resonates. Don't worry about the rest. So the year in review reading is just a little reading to cover, what experiences, what value is there to be taken from 2017, what's the energy for that year, and also what to watch out for in 2018. What the energy for that year will be, some areas of strength, some areas you need to do a little extra work on. So I started with the 2017 year review for fire signs, and the overall energy that comes up is the Nine of Swords. So it feels like this was a very trying year for you guys. Um, there's always that impatience catches up with you. I noticed as I was shuffling, cards started jumping out of my deck, and that always happens with fire signs because you're very impatient. Um, and so this was the first card that came out, the Nine of Swords. And so what comes up here is it feels like a lot of you had a breakthrough last year, just realizing, thinking through your torment, living through it, realizing that things have a habit of not being nearly as bad as you think they'll be. So if that's an experience you took from last year, that's great. That last year, 2017, was really a year for learning this. Learning that you don't need to torment yourself with your thinking. You don't need to keep yourself awake worrying about shit. It's not necessary. Because the reality of it is it might not be nearly as bad as you think it'll be. It might be great. It might just be okay. Either way, it's still there's no point in tormenting yourself over what hasn't come. So some things to take with you into 2018. 2018 is really it's a year of change, and what better way to describe rapid and unpredictable change than the Tower? The Tower is a card of sudden transformation, and what's coming really here from the Tower this time is not to worry about things coming to a sudden end, but just mostly being learning how to learning how to be prepared for change. Know what you really need. Travel light. Be prepared for things to shift rapidly. It feels like this is something that was a common experience for you guys in 2017, and the lesson that you learned from that, whatever you learned from that experience, is that's what you need to take with you into 2018. Take that lesson. Be ready and willing and capable of handling rapid change. What's coming up for the other two cards it really seems like a couple of pretty painful lessons learned. The Three of Staffs reversed. It feels like a lot of you fire signs, were dealing with situations where it's like you have everything before you, and your inability to commit to something, to make a decision, to really make a move. It feels like it cost you on a deep personal level. It feels like you were deprived of something special from indecision, and also dealing with the Ace of Cups reversed. These two feel very connected to each other, and it feels like exactly that. Like indecision was a problem in 2017, and as a result, it cost you some pretty special experiences. So, with that said, it's hardly the end of the world because it's a new year, new opportunities, and the lessons you learn from that. Just take the lessons. You don't need to carry the regrets with you. You shouldn't carry the regrets with you, in fact, because it's excess baggage. It's not needed. So, there will be plenty more opportunities. It feels like there's going to be a lot more opportunities to right this wrong here, to to make up for the times you were indecisive and it cost you big. So watch out for that. So, and learn to be more decisive. That's really it. Um, this is, like I said, this is a year of change. Um, the common card I think that comes up for change to me is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is a very intuitive card. And what the message that she brings is to lean on your intuition to guide you through moments of change. And there will be more opportunities for this. Again, this is going to be a year full of opportunity. So just to tie the High Priestess into this, she's a card of intuition. The Ace of Cups. This is also Cups are a very intuitive, emotional suit, and so the lesson here, just learn how to let your intuition guide you. You don't have to strike out and do everything on your own. Just let your intuition guide you to places you should be. Some things to leave behind in 2017. You'll notice I think everything's coming up reversed here. Ace of Swords reversed, Two of Coins reversed, Magician reversed, in reverse order, of course. Um, what comes up here is that this was a year where a lot of fire signs were made conscious of their ability to manifest. And not just that, but it feels like some people have been using their ability to manifest a bit irresponsibly, like creating situations. The two of coins, the two of pentacles coming up here is, it feels like a lot of people were only semi-conscious of their ability to manifest, or they only pay attention to it at certain times, uh, ignoring it to feed the ego. So what that means is, like, just consciously creating when you want to, being a victim when you want to. Yeah. Uh, so this whole set of this whole reverse set here, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Two of Coins reversed, the Magician reversed. These are and just to go into this Ace of Swords reverse, this is sudden revelations, sudden changes in your thinking. Always, swords are always an opportunity to follow, embrace, and live in your truth. And it feels like everything that's holding you back, everything that you feel is holding you back from living further in your truth, you need to let it go. Because the magician is the great manifestor. The magician has everything he needs to create whatever he would like. And for this card to come up really anywhere in a reading is a reminder that you have the power to affect the change you want as you want it. So don't cede your power to feed your ego, because your ego is prone the untamed ego is very prone to letting you think you're powerless to keep you complacent. And the energy that really shoots from this spread from 2017 is that there is no time to be complacent. This is all about progress and movement. So anything, any habits that you feel like, you learned were detrimental, that you feel you need to leave behind, anything that you think, if you think you need to leave it behind, you need to leave it behind. Because this is the time for change. This is the time for movement. And this is the time for new beginnings, for creation, for change. Don't hold on to anything that's going to keep you from making needed changes. So looking at 2018, so for fire signs, we have the overall energy for 2018 is coming up as the Empress reversed. That's very interesting. Page of Coins. Okay, so what's coming up here for fire signs for 2018 is the overall energy here is coming up in the Empress reversed. And going back to what we just discussed in the final spread, just learning when to go, let go of your ego, and let go of things that keep you from living in your truth. The Empress reverse is a little bit concerning because it's the Empress is creativity, manifestation, abundance, fertility, growth, and it's reversed here. What's coming up is fire signs are feeling. It feels like a lot of you are willing to release things and walk away from things and turn your back on things until it reaches a certain extent. You're willing to do the work until a certain point, at which point you're just going to get a little stubborn and think that, I don't need to do this. I've been doing fine, etc., etc., etc. And that's going to present itself as a problem this year. Because what's coming up is that the issues that you really think aren't problematic at all are the ones that need to go the fastest. All the areas you didn't want to expose, they need to be exposed. So it feels like this is going to be a year of you unsalting your own earth, like pulling back everything that's stopping you from growth. Because once you've resolved that, once you do that work, once you embrace those endings, painful and familiar as it may be, you're really going to unlock the power of the Empress. And again, the Empress upright, she is creation, divine feminine energy, abundance, growth, fertility, everything you touch turns to gold. So that's the energy you want to push through the old things so you can get to this energy. So some areas of strength. Um, Pretty good. Pretty good news here. We have the Page of Coins. And the Page of Coins upright is opportunities to make money, opportunities to, have enjoy physical experiences, enjoyable new physical experiences. So if you're looking for a new job, if you're looking to, if you want to acquire something meaningful to you, if you want to like get a new car or a house or something, um, opportunities to do that are going to present themselves to you. And also the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, I think, is pretty straightforward. It's in the upright position. Um, it's going to be a lucky year for you guys. It's going to be a lucky year for you, and also, but also while you're enjoying that, a common message that I'm really seeing across all the year in review threads spreads is to learn how to find the value in the moments that are shitty, basically. So while you're enjoying your good fortune, remember that there's value in everything. So even if your fortune wasn't so great, you could still make some beautiful things happen. It's just a matter of believing it's so. And in that same vein, it's a matter of learning from the experiences you would have preferred not to experience. But overall, this is I really like seeing the Wheel of Fortune with the Empress. But again, this Empress is reversed, and it's going to take you guys doing the work to get it to an optimal situation. But once you really do that, and once you really once you really step away from the old shit, the things you've really resisted letting go of, there's going to be a lot of flourishing this year for you. It's gonna you're gonna have moments where it just feels too good to be true, and it'll be real, and you will have earned it. So something else that comes up here, an area of strength for 2018 is showing in the Knight of Swords reversed, and what that's giving me is learning how to make the most from the information you have, learning how to make the most, um, learning how to adjust however you can to the information you have. This goes back to the 2017 spread where I mentioned living in your truth, and well, not just living in your truth, but being facing the truth, being comfortable with the truth, embracing the truth. And what comes up here is that some of you have some soul searching, some discovering to do, and but it's not affecting your peace. It's not stopping you from living your best life. So that's going to be an area of strength in 2018. So some areas that are going to need some work though. We first have the Knight of Cups reversed, and what this feels like is taming your fire energy and being a bit kinder to just being a bit kinder in general, not just to the people around you, but to yourself. If you've had if you've had love issues, if you've had friendship issues, family, etc., etc. The message that's coming up here is just to everything's healthier. Everything starts with you being kinder to yourself. Everything, all the love you're looking for, all the comfort, the familiarity, the peace. It all starts with you loving yourself more. That's what's coming up here. And it's funny that comes up because this also feeds right into the next card, which is the star. And the star here is also about pouring into yourself. And so a lot of, I feel like a lot of you fire signs, this is an issue. Um, some of you like it, you bring so much energy, but uh, you don't restore yourselves. So this is something you really need to work on this year, learning how and when to restore yourselves, because you can't grow if you're malnourished. Right? It's not healthy growth. So that's something you need to get into in 2018. And that takes us to the last card, which is the Page of Staffs, reversed. And this is pretty simple, straightforward. Staffs, wands, they're fire energy, and what comes up here is pretty. I think it's pretty simple and straightforward. Just be careful about. Don't let your eyes be larger than your stomach. Be careful about biting off more than you can chew. Your energy is powerful, and your energy is creative, and it really guides you in the process of creating things and manifesting experiences. But don't try to do everything at once. Don't try to don't try to build everything in a day. Because it feels like you guys have been humbled a few times by trying to do this, and we're in 2018, and this is a year of new beginnings, and what's really coming up is to leave this old habit behind. Learn how to pace yourself, learn how to delegate, learn how to seek help as you need it. That's what I have for this year in review reading. The information is below. If anybody would like a reading, a year in review reading, or any questions, any concerns, again, my information is below. I hope this message finds you all very well in the space, that you're in a space to receive it as you must. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, week, month, year,